I nominated Javier Gonzales for the Way to Go award, and if anybody's ever worked with Javi, you know why. I've had the good fortune of working with Javi over the past couple of years, mostly on CVS for the Minute Clinic Complete Health Review Outreach. He worked on the program last year as a lead. Our performance was kind of in the lower range, and he came in and really worked with all the team members to turn the program around. It ended up being a huge success for CareNet, which is why they came back again this year. Since then, Javi has transitioned to the training department. So when he caught wind that the Minute Clinic outreach was going to come back, he was kind of chomping at the bit to train it. Very proactive about when is it coming back? What's the training material going to look like? What's different from last year as opposed to this year? So he was just very anxious to work on it. So I would call that working with gusto. And he always, he's a consummate professional. So he's always doing what's right for CareNet, for the client. Very accountable, a huge motivator for the team. So I was very excited to have him training it this year. This is just one example I can think of. I know I've talked to several of my colleagues in client services about working with Javi, and when you say Javi's name, they go, "Oh, Javi," because when you're working with Javi, it's going to be done right, and he's going to take a vested interest in what he's doing. The biggest example I can think of is the Minute Clinic program for why I'm nominating him. I mean, he was just very excited that it was coming back. He trained it. The client was here for the training, and he knew that it was a pretty big deal this year. So he came in like 2 hours early just to make sure all the training stations were set up, make sure everybody's logins worked correctly, set up the training room. We had a great day of training. We took a field trip to the Minute Clinic, which was pretty neat. Javi was on top of getting everybody all ready for that. The client was just overly impressed with Javi and the training. And Javi even came in the next day when we kicked off the dialing to be there to coach the team members, make sure they didn't have any questions, and just above and beyond.